Prem se bolo Mahapati Mahadeva ki jai. Sitaram, everybody. Let's all stand as we are about to begin tonight. Ladies, please cover your hair. Everybody, join your hands together. By this time, I ask that everybody's phone switch off or switch on the silent. For the next few moments, let's focus our mind on Prabhu. Sajam cha varti sanyuktam grahina yojitam mayam Deepam grihana devesham Trailokya Timirapaham. As we sing together tonight, Ma, we're about to listen to the benefit of listening to Devi Bhagwat. What is Devi Bhagwat? Why do we read from this text? When a person journeys from their home, when a person has to manage their time to reach, why do we do these things? Ma, tonight as we do so, may you listen to all your children singing together, asking for your blessings. O suno meri Devi Parvat Vasini Tera Paran Paya Tera Paran Paya पर्वत वासिनी तेरा पारन पाया तेरा पारन पाया सुनो मेरी देवी पर्वत वासिनी तेरा पारन पाया तेरा पारन पाया पान सुपारी ध्वजा नारियल पान सुपारी ध्वजा नारियल पान सुपारी ध्वजा नारियल ले तेरे भेंट चढ़ाया ले तेरे भेंट चढ़ाया ओ सुनो मेरी देवी पर्वत वासिनी तेरा पार न पाया तेरा पार न पाया सुआ चोर तेरे अंग विराजे 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 केसर तिलक लगाया केसर तिलक लगाया ओ सुनो मेरी देवी पर्वत वासिनी तेरा पार न पाया तेरा पार न पाया ब्रह्मा वेद बने तेरे द्वारे 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 शंकर ध्यान लगाया शंकर ध्यान लगाया ओ सुनो मेरी देवी पर्वत वासिनी तेरा पार न पाया तेरा पार न पाया सतयुग द्वापर त्रेता मध्ये सतयुग द्वापर त्रेता मध्ये सतयुग द्वापर त्रेता मध्ये सतयुग द्वापर त्रेता मध्ये कलियुग राज समाया कलियुग राज समाया ओ सुनो मेरी देवी पर्वत वासिनी तेरा पार न पाया तेरा पार न पाया धूप दीप नैवेद्य आरती धूप दीप नैवेद्य आरती धूप दीप नैवेद्य आरती धूप दीप तेरी गुण गावे,
ध्यान भगत मैया तेरे गुण गावे, मन वांछित फल पाया, मन वांछित फल पाया।
ओ सुन मेरी देवी,
पर्वत वासिनी तेरा पार न पाया, तेरा पार न पाया,
तेरा पार न पाया,
तेरा पार न पाया।
Let's pray together, everybody. Om Gajananam Bhutagana. Lift your voice, everybody. Kapeta Jambu
फलचारभक्षितम् उमासुतं शोकविनाशकारकम् नमामि विघ्नेश्वर पारपङ्कजम्।
Sarvamangalamangaliye
शिवे सर्वार्थसाधिके
Sharanye
त्र्यम्बिके गौरी
Narayani
नमोस्तुते।
Gurur Brahma
गुरुर्विष्णु
Gurur Devo
महेश्वरा
Gurur Sakshat
परं ब्रह्मा
Tasmai Shri
गुरुवे नमः।
Ya Devi Sarvabhuteshu Shakti Rupena Samstita
नमस्तस्यै
Namastasye
नमस्तस्यै नमो नमः।
Standing where you are, let's pray together as you ask Mother in these forms, Shakti first. Mother, may you please come into my life. May you come into me. May you awaken inside of me. Ya Devi Sarvabhuteshu Shraddha Rupena Samstita Namastasye
नमस्तस्यै
Namastasye.
नमो नमः।
Mother, I'm about to listen to a discourse, but if I don't have faith or Shraddha, if I don't believe in you, Mother, I might miss. It might shoot straight over my head. I may not enjoy or appreciate the content of the Devi Bhagwat. Ma, as I'm getting set to accept you in this form, may you please allow me to be ready, in a position of readiness, so that I may be able to better appreciate and then benefit from what is about to be discussed. Ya Devi Sarvabhuteshu Daya Rupena Samstita Namastasya. Everybody.
नमस्तस्यै
Namastasye
नमो नमः।
Om Namah Shivaya. Everybody.
ॐ नमः शिवाय।
Om Namah Shivaya.
ॐ नमः शिवाय।
Om Namah Shivaya.
ॐ नमः शिवाय।
उमावती महादेव की जय. श्री आदि शक्ति माता की जय. Devotees, please have your seat. Make yourself comfortable. Again, if you came in after everybody, Sitaram, and welcome on behalf of our host and hostess and Barry. Tonight we enter into Devi Bhagwat. We are celebrating Tonight we enter into Devi Bhagwat. But many people have the reading of the goddess. Many people have discussion, whether it's when we have puja or when you have yagya, but many times people ask, well, what's the benefit? What is the purpose of all of this? Tonight, in a very simple way, this is where we begin. In the first chapter of the Mahatyam of Devi Bhagwat. The Mahatyam tells you the greatness. It shows to the person a roadmap and the relevance of doing this type of satsang, yagya. Why is it to be done during this time with all the troubles that we're facing? And then the first question at the end of the first chapter, tell me who did it. Who was the first person? Give you an example. In Gita, it tells you that when great people do things, other people follow. So, in our life, the easiest example, what my mother did, what my father did for the lady, what my mother-in-law did, this is what I learned. This is the example I emulate. So you would hear, you go to a house to do prayers, or you mix with people, you will hear, well, Babs, my mother-in-law used to put the coconut on the sand and she used to shine the burden in this particular way. Diwali time, this is how we used to celebrate. Birthday time, anniversary time, in this house, when I came from wherever I was and I came into this family, this is the practice we evolved into. That whenever there's birthday, we did prayers. Christmas time, we might do something else, but birthday, I believe in my puja. Those traditions, I explained a little bit in Gita. What parents, what the guru, what the guide, what the great people. Sometimes, let's say, to remember your own time, you grow up in a village or a place, and the people up the road, down the road have Bhagwat. And I remember going, if just for the prasad, if just for something to eat. I remember going and sitting down and wondering when this Pandit will finish this prayers. We are hungry now. If that is your memory, but they tell you, when you go to pray, first teaching here now, what is the blessing of being the audience member? For those of you looking on at home, the audience member, to look at something like this. Many people don't understand that. When Sri Ram, for example, is speaking to Shabri, what do they talk about? He says, Mother, there are 9 different ways you practice bhakti. If a person could do the puja with their hand, good, God bless, very good. But suppose, for whatever reason, where they live, maybe the hand don't work anymore for the person who has a stroke. Or maybe I just don't have a hand in this life. Maybe I am infirmed, I'm in the hospital bed or a wheelchair, and I cannot, thank you, I cannot dream to reach any Yagyashala. When we reach at those points, then it tells you Shravanam is one of the forms that we are practicing here tonight. For the people at home, I'm watching on television, listening on radio, looking on your device, I'm listening. Shravanam means the practice of prayer, where I love to hear the mantra, the chalisa. I'm bailing the roti. Boy, and when I hear Shri Guru Chat, I see Hanuman Swami flying. And in that moment, I'm not in the temple, to be honest. I'm not in the Indian clothes. There's no scent, when we make in prasad, we smell the ghee. And it puts you in a mode. You smell puja, you smell your Google, etc. You see the flags. And it puts you in a frame of mind of prayer. But now you're in your kitchen. But in that 2 seconds between you and your God, you might touch that divine better than if we sometimes busy hustling in the kitchen when prayer is going on. It is possible to have that divine experience just by listening to prayers. Then he tells her, another way, if you can't do the physical offering, Darshanam. Darshanam is when I look at prayer. You see, our elders had the idea. I remember, I'm talking about Bhagwat long time. You ever hear you older people tell you, your poor heart prayers are going to see the prayers, are going to witness the prayers, are going to hear the prayers. The people didn't know what I was saying. Come in the front row, sit down, watch the prayer. Watch Darshana mean the act that I want to see, witness they walking around the fire. In the case of a wedding, they're doing arti. I want to see it. When you see it, you get the blessing as if you did it. So the person is very intelligent, very smart. I don't have to fast. I don't have to do all the work them people doing. Watch how things make easy now. Sit down and watch the prayers and I will get the blessing. No problem, I will do that. Because what are you sacrificing? Whilst they make offerings of manbog and other forms of prasad, you are sacrificing your time. For the little time we are sitting together, permitted by God, you're also sacrificing your diet. At home, you'd go and check the fridge 10 times. You'd drink some water too. But for the little while, I have to sit still. I can't go on the phone, Baba. This is also sacrifice. But blessed are us that we get to sit, and if in physical watch, for those at home watch and listen. This is how it is relevant when you look at your prayer on your television, on your Facebook, wherever you see it, whether I see Baba or not. This is how it is applicable and very, very potent in your life. Many people miss that. They think only when I taste the prasad, only when I drink the panchamrit, only when I get to be in the temple, only when I lift the book, then I'll get blessing. Well, boys, sometimes people in the temple, and that same prasad become a curse. When you have diabetes, when you have different sickness, and you're dribbling faith, tell me, and you can't touch it, it become a poison now. Truthfully, if you understand what I'm saying, the sugar is not the prasad. It's not that it is bad, but you're dreading it. Then Baba, I wish I could taste it. Give me a drop in my hand. For the person who has lactose intolerance, they see the milk in the cup, but that is why they see some place they put coconut water to share as panchamrit. That is how we reach to that. But if I could sit down and just witness the prayers, be in the place where the prayer is being done, and I get so much a blessing, I'm going to do that. Tonight, you have been afforded this opportunity. Your karma has brought you into the presence of Devi Bhagwat. And for the next 3 nights, we are going to spend a little time understanding the coherence between this text, the teaching inside, and the troubles you face in your day-to-day life. If your role is simple, take the teaching of Devi. This host is praying he could help you and I. If we could learn about the mother just a little bit, this is how he and she gets their blessing. Who bring we here? By whose merit we are sitting together, and this is how they get their blessing. When we listen and Mother shine in your life, Mother help you, the person. This is where the host says, well, Mother, I was able to help the person frustrated, the person who going through marital problem, the person who hungry in the house, the person who praying for the job, and Mother, you give them hope, and just by being here, you give them help, Ma. Thank you, Ma. Thank you, Ma. Nobody knows the prayers of a person except for God. And we don't have to know we're sitting together, but everybody has different problems. We're sitting shoulder to shoulder with everybody, but your prayers are unique. But only one person is listening, the judge. And once she is listening to you properly, your job tonight is to talk to her. As you're listening to the relevance of this discourse, and you'll be surprised who's the example, but you're going to learn tonight. Please prepare for your Devi. Put your hands together now. This is the first place you're going to ask her for permission. Take this stupid pundit advice. Dear Lord, by your grace, I get to be in your company and sit in with these goodly people doing godly things. I've been afforded the opportunity to listen to your holy discourse. Mother, home, we have this difficulty, we have that difficulty, these children, this marriage, the finance. This is our time we come to pray. So pray. We didn't come to see who wearing green and who wearing gold and what they decorate. We know our purpose. We didn't come to play, we come to pray, Mother. Ma, please accept my invitation, not into the Yagyashala now. Come into me, wake up inside of me and guide me. If I have an addiction, if I am making a problem for the little children here, you're addicted to that phone and you're only swiping and swiping and swiping and you can't pick up the book. Dear God, the problem is internally. Help me to conquer these types of problems. As I listen to your discourse, as I learn something tonight, bless me to better myself. As we do Devi Bhagwat Sumira. Gauri Shambhu Gira Guru Govinda Ganapati Gang Sumire Vyas Bhash Karta Devi Katha Prasang Jasudeha Mati Mati Vishaya Sthiti Jo Jagamat Matina Lekat Jahi Rupa Ko Mati Prirak Dhyan Sakhala Nigana Uta Samani Prile Ka Jagavan Matu Bhavani Ke Charana Namo Namah Sudhakan Ya Devi Sarvabhuteshu Matri Rupena Samsita Namastasye Namastasye Ya Devi Sarvabhuteshu Shanti Rupena Samsita. Everybody. Namastasye. Ya Devi Sarvabhuteshu Kranti Rupena Samsita. Namastasye Namo Namah. Shri Adi Shakti Mata Ki Jai. We enter into Adhyay 1. Before there's chapter 1, Adhyay, the first part of the Mahatyam. Mahatyam means, whenever you hear Gita Mahatyam, Devi Bhagwat Mahatyam, Shiv Puran Mahatyam, Mahatyam means the greatness. This describes for the person the benefit of listening to this Katha, having it read in your presence, letting it be read at your home. When, in this first part, Brahma has appointed Vyas. Vyas has just recited for Ganesh Baba. You know, when we have Saptaha, Bhagwat Yagya, the 7 days Yagya, where is do 3 times for the day. The person who is listening to that discourse is a guy, his grandfather sits on the cover of the Bhagavad Gita. Arjun here, right? Arjun's grandson is Parikshit. That's the fella that is listening to Bhagavad Katha. Vyas Muni is reciting this discourse that was first written by Ganesh Baba. Who writes the book? When Ganesh Baba is told by Brahma, you write, you won't stop, you have all the knowledge, right man, right. He takes the tusk that was broken, that's the pen, dipping it in ink and he writes it. Bhagavad was written. And when now Parikshit ends up, many years after, Parikshit ends up cursed because of a mistake he made, that he's going to die in 7 days. Parikshit listens to Bhagavad 3 times for the day, condense the entire Katha, all the Katha. That after listening to that discourse, the person gains mukti, liberation. And when there was a big snake by the name of Taksha, that snake bit Parikshit. And Parikshit does die and he does go. But his son, Parikshit's son, a fellow by the name of Raja Janbijay, he gets very angry. This part is important. He gets very hurt. You ever go to a funeral? And today we know that the first stage of death, of pain is anger. When they're in the hospital, when they're in the cremation ground or the burial ground, why did my father have to die? Why did this have to happen? And anybody who is going through pain, suffering, you get a diagnosis, kidney failure, cancer in your blood, whatever it is, you start to get angry. Why did God allow this to happen? Why do I have to go through this suffering, this pain? And you get angry with the spouse, you get angry with children, you get vexed with the doctor for failing you, the medicine failing you, you're angry now with everybody. And even God. Janbija is totally turned off. That you are telling me my father sat down for 7 days, slept on the ground. If this is the Yagishala, he slept in front of the baby for the total time. And he still has to die. The soul has to leave. And he goes with that rage now. And he says, if snake caused this, takes every snake he could find and he makes fires and he's just killing snake, killing snake. Sap Yagya. Saying prayer and saying, I condemn you to burn, and throws all the snakes. Anywhere he could find a snake, he killing them. Send all his soldiers, kill snakes, kill snakes. The guru of Janvijay says, if a son, if a daughter, we call them Putri and Putra, if they, that name, that title, Put is a region of hell. That is reserved for people who neglect children, who treat children very bad. But if now you have this son or this daughter, and they're, because of good choices, good life, they're good, let me say, charitable, Seva activities, dharmic choices, etc., you could lift your mother and father. Let me say a girl child. Girl goes in daddy house, gets married, and when she gets married, she lives in this house now with a certain decorum, standard. She lives upright. Gets children and trains the children to be straightforward, upright. When it's prayers, prayers. When it's family gathering, gathering. Do it the right way. Respect when respectable. Stand firm and stand fast. Protect your husband. Name many examples. You know what I'm talking about. One day, somebody will say, who teach this girl this way? Who teach her to make curry like that? Who teach her to clean like that? Who teach her to raise children like this? Who teach you to tie sari so? You name it. Somebody teach it. And Daisy did. Oh, my mother did that. My father did that. You see, like in that day, for the new year, I make sure I'm in my house. My father taught me that. In my father's home, that was the standard. I learned that from him. And when you do those things by living correct, in our dharma, without offering one pinda, nobody had to dead. People is rant and rave about son and son and son. I'm a son. But the first thing for you to get the help from the son, you had to dead. Then you will get pinda, answer pinda. But the girl child, because she is called Putri, she is able to liberate parent soul and mother-in-law and father-in-law soul by living correct, whilst life is within the body. He says, Janvijay, you are called Putra. You are supposed to uplift your father. But all this sin, all this murder, all this senseless, nothing with mercy. What you're going to do, you're going to drag down your father's soul, man. How could good come from this? Listening to the words of Guru, and that's a long conversation. Argument over thinking. I am doing retribution. I am destroying the murderer. He said, did 1,000 snakes bite your father or one fella? Why are you damaging, harming? In today's world, some people attacked Israel and other people, children, are being bombed and harmed and damned in Palestine. Innocent are paying for what other people did. If you think it and you could see it in your text, you have to have the same mercy in real life. It's not only when people look like you or pray like you, then you could help them. I've done prayers with many people, and I've seen people, oh, Sitaram Baba in a kurta, I could give you. Yeah, Baba, I could give you your war doubles. I could help you, Baba. You see here texture, I say it, no, nobody else, I say it. You see here texture like mine, here, Babs. But you see if you hear texture different, or you look different, or you pray different, I can't help you. I've seen people show the worst side, the worst form of prejudice to people coming out of the grocery. Friend, Babs, Pundit, priest, you could buy a double summer. He could buy drugs. He looked like he could use cocaine auntie. Let me tell you, you see this Kurta and this Mala, it look nice. But it don't mean I won't buy cocaine with the same $20. Look at that. You understand what I mean? Don't judge. Even in this case, don't judge. I could be a sinner. Likewise, God could come to you in any form. Tonight, as you enter into this course, remember why it is Sitaram. I bow to the God inside each and every man, woman, race alike. You cannot pray to a God that in bamboo plant, tulsi plant, in lion, dog, in everything has God. We Hindu people will be bowing down to the sky, to the sun, to the east, everywhere. The sun, the southern direction we doing prayers to. Every direction has God. Good. But in the heart and mind, a certain race and religion here has God. Wow. So you limit your God who is making everything, living everywhere, could live someplace and some people? No, 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 no. We have to be bigger than that. A mark of Kali Yuga, I say one thing and I do something else. You do not realize when you become your own enemy. In texts like this, when you hear about Mahisasur, when you hear about Duryodhan, when you hear about Ravan, the battle is outside. But one of the features of Kali Yuga is the battle becomes internal. The demons are living right here. We walk with them. The same thinking, the same choices. You know what is right and wrong. But sometimes that conflict to do the right is very hard. Listen, as Jan Vijay sits with Guru at the first Adhyay, and he says, Guruji, tell me how to come out of this mistake I've already done. I've already killed all these snakes. I've made this mistake. What to do? How could I help if my father's soul is pegged against mine? I didn't know this. If that is happening, I have to stop. I have to turn course. I have to do the right thing. Tell me what I could do. Let's enter into Devi Bhagwat, everybody. We only have a little bit of time. Jai Bhagwan. He says, sin is accumulating on a person. The way you think, the way you talk, the deeds you do. So the person in this life has to remove the burden of sin. What you put on your body, what you put in your body, what you listen to, what you spend your time thinking makes a difference. But, oh Janvi Jai, in different age, there's a different amount of virtue. In Satyug, virtue is high, 100%. People pray very easily and they get upliftment. But in Kali Yuga, as time is passing, you heard it in the Arti. Kali Yuga. Satyug, Dwapar, Treta, Madhya. You were in charge. Kali Yuga, Raja Samaya. You are the king, you are the Devi, you are the goddess. You are the ruler of Kali Yuga. It is a hint in that prayer where she's sitting when the Navratri had finished on top of Chamundi Hill. Suno Meri Devi, listen to my prayer. Parvat means mountain top. You are resting on the mountain top. Listen, Vasini Mother, we're going to watch your rest. On the 10th day, on the Dasmi day in South India, in Mysore, there's this hill called Chamundi Hill. She's resting on the hill. See it, after fighting for 9 days. The Vijay Dashmi is happening, and what are they doing? All of them gone to beg and Mama Guy, Mother, listen to my prayer, listen to my prayer. Take away the trouble. He says the same thing here with Jan Vijay. As time is passing, people take vibhuti, they basma, they rub it on their body. They bathe with water, they bathe with fire. We'll discuss that more. They put rudraksh, like how I have rudraksh on my hand. They will anoint different oil on their body. They will try to get different pap, different sickness, different sin off their body. This body is riddled by sin. He reminds them, if God made everybody sitting here tonight, God made me, Baba. Different religion tell you that God makes man in his image, perfection. That's very, very good. Anybody here perfect? Anybody here don't need glasses? Don't have a lisp? Don't have a crooked teeth? Don't have moles or marks, stretch marks, some skin ailment, some deficiency in your body? For the lady, polycystic, some hormonal imbalance. Think what's in. Big ears when you go to school, oh God, the children is to give you a hard time. Big belly, oh, trouble your dark. God in Hinduism says that according to karma, I make you. So, for example, if you like to give false prophecy, let me say you go to court, and you say, I see so-and-so kill, but I didn't see anything. In truth, don't worry, brother, will you like to lie in your next life? This will not work, so I make some people blind. I still make them. God made that person. You like to listen to gossip, and I'm quoting Puran, monthly. You love to listen to gossip, don't worry. I make you, but I gonna make you hard of hearing or deaf. God made that person. You love to talk the gossip, ill speak, ill treat, bad talk, ill speak, guru, parent, etc. Don't worry, in next life you might be talking like this or no talk altogether. But God made that child too. When you see people have psoriasis, when you see people have different things on their body, then you understand that God puts the sin, He puts a mark on your body to indicate to you, you know why you have that bone problem? Do you know why your body is painful? Do you know why you have rheumatoid arthritis and your body is twisting? When you do certain sins, it is follow you. We say it, karma. How you do is so you will get. But just sometimes we don't check it. He says in Kali Yuga, all the marks of sin are upon the body of the person, and they will try in different method. Yagyashala will be created. This is Yagyashala, where the puja is being done, where Devi's discourse is going to be read. People will try to listen. People will try to eat the prasad from the Devi. Mother worship will be done, like the 64 flag. Different things are going to be placed on the body. Dear God, I have psoriasis. I have an allergy on my skin. The son of Krishna is the first person to get psoriasis because he was very proud. A form called Samba. And when he gets the shrap, he says, you feel you're too good looking? Go and be riddled with all kind of pus and pustules on your body. Everything comes from God. Understand what I'm saying? But in Kali Yuga, when you see lifespan starts to get shorter, grandparents living and seeing grandchildren dying, disease taking different formulation where you can't fight, everybody getting vomiting, diarrhea, different type of sickness, and no matter what I do upon it, I still getting it, and it coming back for me too. No matter how I hide in my house, sickness and trouble coming. Gone are the days when in our family people used to have 25 children. No, you're lucky if you could get one without C-section. Something is happening in our same one generation. Some of these things are described as Kali Yuga, or a time when darkness is clouding. It is as if we living, but we living under pressure. You just hear people going to jail, but we living in more burglar proof than them. We is the one living in jail. Go pawn a piece of gold and walk outside that road right there for me. Go put it on and see if somebody here will tell you, you reckless. You know where you're living? Yes, see, a little fella tried to walk from Toko to Kumana and he couldn't make. They beat him, rob him side the road. The poor fella advertised. He had no money. And for wickedness. Nothing else. Rob him, beat him on the road. This is Kali Yuga. In this time, the Devi has to be merciful. Let's enter. Jai Bhole Baba Tab Sharanam. Everybody, we here for a little bit. We have to clap and we have to sing for Mother. Trust me, you're going to learn something tonight. Jai Bhole Baba Tab Sharanam. Jai Bhole Baba Tab Sharanam. Jaya Samba Sada Shiva Tab Sharanam. Tattva Bahuye Mahibhagaye Siddhya Yanta Mahadevi Khalya Yena Kalyatam Vidya Samshaye Ati Jaya Bhole Baba Tab Sharanam. when people are under duress, when people are plagued with sin, like how I, Jandi Jai, I have made so many mistakes in my life. I didn't realize what I was doing before. I'm a sinful person. The way I think, talk, do, I'm a sinful person. The way I used to hold grudge and wanted to kill and harm. Is there a more sinful person than me? You have to help me now, Guruji. Guruji, when people have a short period of time, when life is very short, we don't know when time is going to expire, when Kali Yuga is going to call us home. In a very quick way, we need to be able to remedy all this amount of sin. What scripture, what vrat, what puja, what pilgrimage, what tirat, what could I do? What could I do to be able to remedy, to do praschit? Praschit is a fancy word. It have different type of karma. When God make you and He make you into a mother, I use an example for everybody to work with me. When God wish you to be a sister, wish you to be an employee, and you have a wonderful employer. This person's so nice, eh? They're like family. Oh, God bless you when you had that. Oh, God bless you with that. Because I'm a karma. That is what you call corrupt karma. Corrupt karma is those things that you're born with. It could be good, it could be bad. Corrupt karma make you a mummy. Corrupt karma, you never get to be a mummy. You're robbed of it. And never get to see my father and my mother. I was born and then death came. And I never had the caress of a father. I never had somebody to give me in Dan when I was getting married. Corrupt karma. Corrupt karma is caused by past karma. From a last life, you do bad, it's coming at you, coming back. It seems as if this life is not giving me a chance. No matter how much good I do, it is coming, it is persecuting me upon it. But you don't understand karma. It has been happening, it's happening already, and it's coming now. You're bearing fruit. Don't vex because you're reaping how you sow. But you have to have a way to fix it. Praschit karma translate into repenting. Dear God, I made mistakes. People go to jail and they atone for their mistake. I made mistake, dear God. I'm a changed person. I'll do Gayatri. I will entertain in different type of praschit. I will give little children gift. When it have bandara, I will feed people who are blind. I will bring those people who mentally not 100%. People who specially able, gifted people. I want them to come and I will wash their foot. And when I do it, the mistakes, the trouble that I am plagued with, praschit karma, it got cut. So how to cut the karma? You see how it fall in your lap? Work with me, you know? Because the trouble is when you're catching your nen. I say when you're catching your tail. And I'm doing the press for it, I put in sin refund man every day, but these children, they're really changing the money thing. It ain't helping, man. It's like I'm born to rent. I'm born never to have a home. Then you will hear the benefit of putting up the chandani that cover them 9 flags. The person who put this will in the next life will never. You see when you have that little covering, when you go bandara and you see they put that little chandani, watch the flag, you see the effort they cut the flag. But remember a long time how they used to make the fancy design and things with the chandani. The person who make that chandani will never be without a house. I am building a house for that Shaligram that's sitting on that baby. Dear Lord, I built a house to hold you. When I was within my mother, and she one size, but I gained bigger and bigger and bigger. This place getting cramped. Lord Vishnu, if you let me come out from here, I promise I'm going to make a house for you, boy. How much temple you build? How much temple you put up? Only the Hindu, just put the little kutia, the little press room to the front. Where you put up your jandi and so on. They're going to keep to my promise. I put it in case I don't have this space. In case in Trinidad, you have something called HDC. And they just keep you from building structures to the front. Only the Hindus have to build structures to the front. It's so funny. 2 years you have to wait before you could put up a flag. When now we had to cut and fit with the Dharma. You have to build it on the Vedi now and build Chandani. Only remember why it is put at Chandani is a praschit. Mother, what? Guruji, tell me what I could do. What to help? Let me go. Bole Baba Tab Sharana.
Jaya Bole Baba Tab Sharana.
Jaya Bole Baba Tab Sharana.
Jaya Bole
Vatsalatam Devi Bhagwat Pratyoti Devi Bhagwatam Siddhyayatam Jaya Bhole Baba Tab
जय
Sharanam
भोले बाबा तब शरणम
Jaya Bhole Baba Tab Sharanam
जय
Everybody
भोले बाबा तब शरणम
Jaya Bhole Baba Tab Sharanam
जय भोले बाबा तब शरणम
Jaya Samba Sada Shiva Tab Sharanam
जय साम सदा शिव तब शरणम
Jaya Samba Sada Shiva Tab Sharanam Prem se bolo Shri Adi Shakti Mata ki Jai Umapati Mahadeva ki Jai. In this age of Kali Yuga, one of the greatest Tirat Baba, I wish I could go to Gaya, this nice place in India, where is the best place to do Shraddha. Best place, have a long, nice discourse. If the person goes there and does Shraddha, Pindadan, it have nothing, like you're too sinful to get upliftment. So people travel there to reach there. That is where Buddha, from Buddhist, he gets enlightenment in that city. If a person, because the wheelchair, because of age, I can't make with all that Jamin Pandit, what could I do? He says the holy Tirat of where the Devi Bhagwat has been placed, of all the Puran, of all the Vrat, of all the Jai Jaikar. When Devi Bhagwat comes to be read in your vicinity, go where it is being read. That Yagyashala is the highest Tirat for you based on your karma. If a person goes for that in the forest of sin, in the forest when you're plagued by pain that is coming because of different karma, it choking, it hitting, it harming, it burning. When this life is full of thorns, verse 10, Adhyay 1. When life is full of thorns and you are constantly under the persecution of this life, take to that thorn, that picker, with the axe that is this Devi Bhagwat and cut it down. When life is full of darkness, when a person is full of depression, when a person is filled with suicidal thoughts, when you are plagued because of the loss of loved ones and you don't know of how to survive, let the light of the Devi Bhagwat, like the sun rising in the eastern horizon, rise in your life and somehow invigorate you, give you hope, give you healing, and allow you to come about. Jandi Jai says, how many days should it be read? What is the procedure? What? Tell me more about this Devi Bhagwat. What are you talking about? Guruji? Vyas Muni. Sujji says Vyas Muni wrote Devi Bhagwat. He was the son of Parasar Muni. He is the person who takes from in previous age when Ved was one book. He is the person who separates these four into breaking it into the four Ved. Rig Ved, Sam Ved, Atharva Ved, etc. So that man, as man becomes less understanding, less memory, too hard to remember, he wants to make these books easier, easier, so that anybody could take the teachings. And when the Ved became too restrictive, it became too high science for the typical man, Vyas Muni decides to pen different Puran. Any person, little knowledge, plenty knowledge, could listen to the different Puranas and gain in the same content of the Ved, but now riddled with stories that have the persona of a star boy, a good boy, let's say Ram, and then the enemy, the antagonist, Ravan. In this type, like a TV show, for our understanding, Vyas gives, let's say, children who have less understanding, an easier format to listen and learn about the different science that is Sanatan Dharma. When that became too difficult, he even writes the Itihas, such as Mahabharata, giving more elaborate discussion. But of the Puran, Devi Bhagwat. Tomorrow night we'll explain where that word Bhagwat really means. When you hear Maha Bhagwat Puran, Srimad Bhagwat Puran, and then Devi Bhagwat, what does it mean? This Bhagwat is capable of bestowing worldly enjoyment and at the end of life, liberation, mukti. This same text is what is going to be recited to you, O Janbi Jai. In earlier times, your father gained purification by listening to Bhagwat. Srimad Bhagwat, Maha Bhagwat Puran was heard from Vyas. Now, this Devi Bhagwat, which is done in the optimum setting, 9 days. In this 9 days, goddess is worshipped. In the Navaha Yagya, or 9 days Yagya, when her puja is done, worship is done to her in that Adi Shakti form, Janbi Jai would do puja and then listen to Devi Bhagwat. And as he is listening, he is praying for all the different in this life, dharma, earth, kam, moksha. In life blessings and afterlife blessings. Those who listen to this Devi Bhagwat always grow in devotion. They want to hear more. If you do this, if you sit down and you listen properly with the right mindset, when the third night is coming, you will feel within yourself, oh, this yagya should have gone on more. I wish I could be there if you're missing it, for example. I wish I could be there. There's an earnest, not to be with the host, not to be with Pandit, not to eat the food, but just listen for one more excerpt about your Devi. When the Katha of Devi Bhagwat is given, this is the type of person. This is how they think. Let's hear what happens in this slok as he says how to do it. Ya Devi Sarvabhuteshu Shakti Rupena Samstita Namastasye 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 Namo Namah. Everybody. Vaktam Mahura Yeshamameva Yadam Yeshruvanti Narada Bhaktya Natesham Durgati Yate Yadevi Sarvabhuteshu Shakti Rupena Samskrita Namastasye 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 Namo Namah Yadevi Sarvabhuteshu Shakti Rupena Samskrita. When some texts are being read, the person has to listen for the entire O Janbi Jai. For example, your father had to listen to the end of Bhagwat. The entire yag had to finish 7 days, 3 times. All that had to finish. And then he's able to get liberation. But when Devi Bhagwat is being read, if a person listens with devotion for half a day, half a mahurat, for half of a pahar, half of a moment, but for that little moment, they are able to fixate their mind and their attention on the goddess. For if it be a half an hour, they will get some merit. If it be half a day, more merit. If it is for an entire session, share the food with grace. Share the prasad. Share the panchamrit, meaning give the person blessings. Share your blessings. Open your parcel of prasad tonight when you get it. And the person next to you, one little thing. Give them the kurma where you don't like. Give them that. Krsna. Share your blessings. In that way, the person will get what you do, so you reap. You are able, as you go, you accumulate good. Devi Bhagwat is made for the shortened lifespan of Kali Yuga, for the shortened attention span as well. For this reason, when people have different forms of dementia, different types of forgetfulness, different type of ADHD, different type of brain problem, and the attention cannot hold it. Every 2 seconds, trip, read Devi Bhagwat for their birthday, for their different moments. And if for that little space of time, that person could hold, imagine an elder, they're 85, 95, and in that time where the brain, I could remember your face, and use my son, for that little time, they get to listen to one sloka, the reading from the text, they will get it. But if you have to wait for 22 sessions, 7 by 3 and the Gita part, to get the blessings of Bhagwat, that might be a stretch. Baba, I make for 3 days, but I can't make the rest. My health, I catch in cramp, for example. So the person does not get as much blessing. For this reason, Devi Bhagwat was created. And when in this time, it is read, he says in verse 30, there's no restriction on any month. If the 9 days is not possible, optimum 9 days, if not possible, there's no limit in terms of regarding the amount of days. If it could be read for 1 day, it could be read for 3 days, 5 days, 7 days, up to 9 days. In special months, Ashwin, Chait, Magh, Ashad, when there's which is the 4 Navrat, the 4 seasons. In India it have 4 seasons, so they just celebrate 4 times. In Trinidad we have 2 seasons, so we celebrate it twice. Ye dukha papa ratayate mitraya dam veda vedanti Ankaratana Sikkaram Palya Navaha Yagya Punayati
Devi Sarvabhuteshu Shakti Rupena Samskrita Namastasye Namatasye Namastasye Namo Namah Ya Devi Sarvabhuteshu Shakti Rupena Samskrita.
Sometimes when we have yagya, we make a big fuss. We have to get plenty children. We have to make sure it have places in this world. For example, when they're doing Ganesh Utsav, I don't know your experience with it. It happens in 1 or 2 temples in Trinidad, but in India, you have in some temples, not all. There's a restriction on women, for example. Women cannot dress the murti. Women cannot sit for puja. Women cannot do the arti of Ganesh Baba. There are temples in India. There's a form of Lord Shiva's son, Shashta. In South India, they call him Ayyappa Swami. Because he was not married, that is the temple in COVID. We heard a lot of ruckus over it. People cannot go in, women cannot go into that temple. So it have different times where you are restricted. It have some temple where men cannot go. There's a temple in India called Kamakya Devi Temple. That is the temple where mother at a certain time has a monthly cycle. So in that temple you will see red flow from the murti. Imagine a trough like how the lingam have a runoff, and you will see a red flow like a sindur flow. And in that place men could reach a spot but they cannot go beyond. So there's a restriction. There are many temples where unmarried people cannot go forward. There is a temple where Hidra Ramayana is read, where if you are transsexual, if I am a man but I dress as a woman, I alone could go in front and dance to the murti because of what that temple represents. Where Shiva is half, Durga is half. They in that place pray in that way. But there's a restriction, if you understand. When Agoric is doing prayers, partner, me and you are going and took we hand in a burning fire to take out a finger or two. Those people are agoric. When you hear the agoric form of Lord Shiva, where he has the skulls around his neck, they go, remember, it's different. But don't get frightened. When you take the body and you offer it to the fire, you say, Lord Shiva, Lord Vishnu, whosoever is your God, please accept the body. When you give God something, it becomes prasad. For those people in that part of India, they look at that as prasad. So they take the basma. When you hear Lord Shiva is the one who takes basma and rubs it on his body, friend, is not that Hawan basma. It is the ashes from the cremation ground. When you know about your Lord Shiva and they hear he's the Lord of the cremation ground, understand that that is where the ash is coming from. And he's painting his body that I accept them even in this form. Those people pray like that. So people like me and you who might scorn to go and touch, we wouldn't go there. A restriction. But in Devi's prayer, wicked people, bad-hearted people, people who have engaged in sin, I'm reading verse 33 at the I1 of the Mahatyam of Devi Bhagwat. Foolish people, people who have cheated, cheating, people who want to cheat, people who harm family, friends, people who have censured, ill-spoke, ill-speaking, the Ved, the Puranas. Boy, you see that Hanuman wall flying flag over your house? Die stupidness. This is the place for people like that. Don't ever mess them out. And say, you see who wasn't here last night? When she was young, Baba, she wasn't easy, you know. Now she playing sad wine. That way you want. Hold on. You want sinful people to change their ways. You want somebody who made mistakes when they was young. Nobody here perfect. Catch yourself, including myself. Everybody makes mistakes. We mouth, oh God, this mouth here, right? Oh God, this head. The way we just think when we in traffic. You see this stupid man being my bad, right? Everybody just do something. Don't mind and they not kurta. Don't judge this clothes. Don't feel I better than you. I worse. I sure it have somebody sitting down here who could teach me about God. Think what I say. A child could come and sit down and say, boy, Pandit, me are looking for food, me are looking for parasat. I just like how that fruit's on it. I just come to enjoy that. That innocence, that is good. But me and you, oh God, Tanti, we hear she just make good chan and alu. And Baba go say, I come for the cedar. I come to see what I could get. Like a beggar, I come only to get. Me I come for the God. But the innocent person come just because I hear Devi reading and reach. Then that person deserves a pedestal. But now she make a prayers for all she's sinful children. So don't ever show prejudice. If there are nothing like I good and you are good, don't sit down here. Put sinful people. Put people who divorce. People who fight. Put the murderer in the front seat. Push them to the front. The boy who beating the father, put them in front. Them needs you more. This is a forum where I want Mother to seep into your body and infect you with goodness. Because when counselor, when pundit, when priest, when everybody threatening you, you have to change. You have to do different. Protection order against you. If you only contravene, that is jail. And nothing else stopping you. Man, God has to deal with you now. God have to convince you. You cannot pray to Durga and beat your wife. You can't do it. She have to do something inside of you. The battle to do right is right here. So you come in, invite them kind of people. The person who want weed and they want to come out, bring them here. Then you're bringing the right people. Foolish people. People who harm everybody. People who gamble. People who engage or engaging in murder. The gangster. Bring them. People who give up on religion. Be honest with yourself. I walk away from light in that day. I saw my wife die of COVID and I never was able to offer a dar, not one day in my life. When you have that kind of pain, the first stage, remember that the first stage of loss is pain, vex. You just get hurt, you just get real hurt. You see that vex? Come here. Your mother will understand it when everybody else judging you. I have groups in my phone, WhatsApp group. So it have one or two gentlemen that because they lost and the wife in COVID, they're calling people, they're calling anybody they could get, man or woman, to make friends, to talk. There are nobody to talk. And people could get vexed. But when you ask why you do that, Baba just lonely. Baba sitting down here and I have nobody to talk to. I alone. I accustomed drinking my tea, eating my food with this person for 35 years. This was my shadow. And now you take she God. And I have nobody. I'm trying to survive from it. This is all I could do. I pick up my phone and say, what are you doing by you? When nobody gonna understand that, your God is gonna understand. Come and sit down and talk about that. Janvi Jai says, true. You accept sinful people in this type of prayer. Tell me more. Urva Daityavara ye asura ye narakalpa bhashana bhaja govara ye na brahman bhakt hinana navaha yagyayati jaya bhole baba tab sharanam jaya bhole baba tab sharanam. Everybody. Shri Adi Shakti Mata ki Jai. Yeah, he says people who greedy, people who fight for what is not theirs. So sometimes we just fight for land. We just engage in different bad things. Mommy and daddy, I went to read in a dead house one time, and the girl come up to me and the daughter and me. Pandit, funeral happened yet. We just went to read Gita. Pandit, I wish I could offer you a cup of coffee. I want to offer you a cup of coffee. So in that house, we're not supposed to eat, right? The place unclean. So once you don't belong to the family, in that place, you're not supposed to consume anything. So we don't go by the creek, don't open a trunk. Tantiers do that, don't do that. Tantiers. Don't go by a trunk because it's unclean. Beside the physical damning of the ash from a burning fire could go on your snow cone, whatever have you, the place is unclean. Just as how when the baby now born, the place chutihar until the 12 days do, don't go and eat there. We wait until the bandara is done. We don't go and eat there in the same way. So I said, don't worry. I'll drink the coffee after we do the sapinda after the bandara. She says, no, but you understand. I wish I could offer you a coffee. Something I'm trying to tell you. Mommy only died yesterday. That's right, true, I know. But brother take the pot and sister take the gas tank. In many families, that's real. You ever hear somebody say I greedy? You ever hear somebody boast I greedy? Truthfully. But everybody know you have your way. The neighbor ain't gonna mind for another if I put the post 1 inch over the bun. In different ways, people encroach on what is not yours. You gripe, the neighbor put on pink curtain, I want to put on better curtain. In different ways, greed comes in many forms. You see it in family. That one married an engineer. Oh God, my child had to marry an engineer too. Why? Because of the money the boy has, for example. But in this type of prayer, people who are still in that gimme, gimme, grab age, bring them. People who are still ruled by wealth. I only do something if I get money. Charity, Seva, I can't do that. When you feel like, oh, I use the word engineer, my title is so big, I'm a businessman, I can't go and say, Chet Chandan Pandit. I can't say Chana, I can't help. I can't help. Think what you say. I have a title, I have a business. That makes me so big, I can't do it. No. Bring those people here. They have to learn something. The lesson you don't want to learn now. Pandit, I don't have to learn nothing. I am a businessman. That's true. One day, when you get a daughter-in-law that puts you out of your own house and your own business, then you're going to want to know why. Then you're going to want to know how the God, follow me, the God letting this happen. When the same thing you work, God Brandale, the same thing you take your whole life to build, in the blink of an eye, somebody who did not work for it will squander it. And you will get to live to see it. And make sure you see it build and you sweat. Blood, sweat, and tears to build it. And you'll just get the tears to see it crumble. Learn the lesson now. Walk away. When we're young, maybe we're fighting, we want to build a house. But when you reach our age and the same step you're fighting to build, oh God, I had to climb that step on it. Put me in a room downstairs now. Learn to humble. Within yourself, don't wait until God humble you. You understand what I'm saying? Understand the logic. Easy logic. People who are ruled by women, lost. Not that the ladies them different. It have issue that today's culture. What I'm talking about? Everybody married. On the day of the wedding, they hiring the best band now. They're making sure the best decorator. Celebrate where you ain't know about yet. Truly catting back. I'm married in you, and I don't know if we're gonna last for 6 months, but I'm celebrating. I just tell people nowadays, celebrate the 1 year, celebrate daddy. You make a year, God bless you. You're now married, where you're celebrating, where you don't know. You ain't know if this girl could cook. You ain't know if this boy could be honest. You don't know if he could be straightforward. What you're celebrating? That I don't know you? Anybody who married at 20 years, there's a little fella in front of you. 20 years. Tell me how you just make 20 years. Pundit, you just have to play like here and here, see. You just have to learn how to just sometimes tolerate stupidness. To stay. Then you just understand why people is misinterpret Saraswati prayers. If I ask you what you're doing Saraswati prayers for, you know you're going to tell me, Pundit, I know that when you have exam, the children is do it so they remember. Very good. 1 + 1 is 2. Good, that's true. But when you get older and you're married and you make 12 anniversary, 13 anniversary, and you're going up, you just want to remember every stupid thing that husband of yours say. Every time the argument went too far, they'll be honest, it went too far. Every text coming on that phone, you really want to remember that? You just beg Saraswati Mata to forgive. Lord, I done married this stupid man. But give me the strength to forgive. And I can't forgive if I cannot forget. Saraswati is in charge of forgetting. In order to heal, consider what I'm saying, you know it. You have to forget. Every time the mother-in-law hurt you, every time the person in the work hurt you, every time somebody let you down and you're dredged with that pain, you can't move a day forward if you don't forget that. Baba, what are you talking about? I don't forget nothing. You ever hear somebody say they just forget? I just boast about it. I just forget bad. If I don't write it down, in trouble. Let me use an example. I have heard, I am a man, I don't know what it is to be a child. I have heard your first child is a wake-up call. I never know pain so bad. Belly pain, back pain. Alright. If I go tonight and I take the sharpest knife, ladies, all work with me. I take a sharp knife, razor blade, and I cut in the middle of my hand here. Uncle Bala, cut my hand. Blood sat around. Pain. I didn't know about pain like this. Good. Tomorrow I come back and I cut my hand again. And you go say something wrong with me. Be honest. All the talk for yourself now who make children. Baba, we pain. I hate this husband a little more. You put me here. Because of you, brother. When you see the getting married, it have a step. We just call it Vijaya Hound. When the girl on this side, if they're facing so that is, and you see the cross on the side, what's the pundit? The pundit is let the boy start off a sweet rice in the fire. That sweet rice, the boy just asks for forgiveness. He just got sin. When he take the girl from she father's house and he brings she in his house because he was wife, he was children, he was help, all the work now. The girl is the one who going through all the slave. She have to learn if the father used to put no pepper in the fry aloo, she had to learn to cook to suit these people now. Everything. She had to relearn it. It is as if you're reprogramming a computer. Start over. From daddy house when you could have play lazy, only when you could clean, turn around. More you could turn around, better years. And somebody will still find a way to condemn you. This girl is going to bear children. Two of his parents, but only one in pain. Watch how it feels. So because of this fella now, he asking forgiveness, praschit on the day of the wedding. God, forgive me. Forgive me. Forgive me with mantra. Forgive me for the pain that I'm going to cause this girl. Pregnancy come. And all the pain come with it. But watch how the girl different, baby born. You ever hear, boy, I feel our boy child this time. Let me try again. When I cut my hand, I didn't. But you want to go back for pain. Go through all the labor. Don't worry, I'd get through the first time. I go get through again. You are mad? No, Baba. That God worked that time. Saraswati Mata is the one who just gave you that. Saraswati Mata is make you forget that struggle, that pain. When you see the eyes of your child, I am told, or correct me if I'm wrong, it was worth it, Baba. I made that, Baba. All that sweat, tears, blood. It was for this. Saraswati prayers. Mother could give you that. What man, what doctor cannot give you. From trauma, you could forget that. You could move on. You could heal. Come and take your healing. When you bow, when you see the person take the heat from wherever they are and they're passing it on their body, where the pain is in your body, where the cataract coming in, wherever the pain is, mother, you could fix this. This machine is made by you. And you could heal this. I put it in your hand. But I have to start with Shraddha. I believe in it. I have to believe in it. When people don't have that faith, bring them here. When people are heavy with doubt, when people have no devotion, not for Devata only, not for godly and goodly people, not for guru, not for cow or for animal life, you could be cruel, worship God here, but go when you see the chicken there, you're throwing petrol on the chicken and lighting up the chicken. You have no mercy, none. So God could only live in this way, the multi-way. But in terms of mercy for man, when it have flood, when people are begging for food, when people begging for life, sometimes in the ashram, we just go in the hospital, San Fernando, and we just give out water for people who thirsty. But I don't only look for Hindu. You could imagine stupid me, Tanti is a Hindu. Do you identify with Raksha? Here, look, water. You from a different religion, hard luck, the same for you. Then you say, Pandit, well, stupid. Don't be like a Pandit. People who have this type of problem, bring them here. Let's hear what happens. Jai Jai Radha Ramana Hari Bol. Jai Jai Radha Ramana Hari Bol. Come on, everybody.
Jai Jai Radha Ramana Hari Bol.
Jai Jai Radha Ramana, Jai Jai Radha Ramana, Jai Jai Radha Ramana, Jai Jai Radha Ramana.
Radha Ramana Hari Bol. Jai Jai Radha Ramana Hari Bol.
उपसागर भैया घोरा ये महाभागवत सिद्ध्यायतम विश्व ये आयति उपशेष पापहम लीला ये हंत हे देवी दुर्गायतम पुण्य ये आयतम.
जय राधा रमन हरि बोल. जय जय राधा रमन हरि बोल. जय राधा रमन हरि बोल. जय जय राधा रमन हरि बोल.
When you want grace, yes, a person could read Devi Bhagwat, Jan Vijay, at different time. If you read in the morning, if you read it in the night, they are going to be different type of blessings. But if I read it in seclusion, it will benefit those that listen. So, if Auntie Angela wanted to just do this by herself. Less food, less work. We could have done a puja and I could have read the same thing. But why would we invite everybody? When Ashtami is there, when Navami is there, Navami is tonight, the 9th day, the day for the Devi, when a person does Devi Puja on the Navami Tithi, and sometimes people don't understand this. I don't know if this is still inside of you. Let me explain it. Sometimes people have a rule that I should do Devi Puja on a Friday. How are you doing Devi Puja? If I hear somebody say, how are you doing Devi Puja on a Sunday? How are you doing Devi Puja on a Wednesday? Boy, Diwali day is for Lakshmi, for example. A good example. Shivratri is Lord Shiva. But those tithi could fall on any day of the week. And Diwali could fall Tuesday, Lakshmi day. Lakshmi's day is Tuesday. But if it fall on Sunday, well, you still do Lakshmi Puja. There are different things you look at, more or less. And sometimes, yes, you might see, like for example, today's Thursday. It is not for convenience. The tithi was checked. And when the patra was appropriate, that on this day, when the Devi is most amped up, most energized, most energetic, and she is ready to share blessings in this way, according to verse 38 and 39 of the first Adhyay, let the person come and touch the book. Worship the book. Did you see or hear the tasa when they were walking in with the book? I am walking with the goddess on my head. Tomorrow night I'll explain what that Bhagwat word means, why they taught it on here. If we were reading Markandeya Puran, if we were reading Linga Puran, you don't taught it on your head. There's no Sumiran for those texts. They don't have that. Those books are not advanced. Kalika Upa Puran, you're doing, welcome the book. Just bring it like a diary. Chuck it in your pocket if you want, Pandit. It doesn't have all that. But Devi Bhagwat is like a murti of mother. The goddess has arrived. So people play the drums. When you go wedding, Mati Kurna, they go, Mati mean mud, Kurna mean to tote. What it is do the drum press for? They're calling the goddess that when you hit the song and you hear the song waves pushing, you see anything negative, push it away. Well, next time you go wedding, pay attention. You see the tasa in front, and then the girls them coming with the tray. Likewise tonight, tasa was in front, pushing bad. Remember, we do no prayers here yet. We don't know if unrighteous is living here. So to purify, just to welcome the mother. Yes, it is sound nice, but it's part-time. Purify the place with sound energy. Let this goddess in the Shakti of sound reverberate and cleanse the environment. Mother is arriving. In the wedding, in Yagya, same purpose. Mother came in. And now, if tonight when the prayers finish, and now we understanding this, my advice here, God bless you fasting. Just come, touch. Touch the baby. This is why we're doing it. Why? Gram Devye Brata Prekrita Bhayam Ye Devi Bhagwat Shravantu Nena Ye Gram Dev Yashtu Bhagwatam Devyatam Jaya Bhole Baba Tab Sharana
Jaya Bhole Baba Tab Sharana
Jaya Bhole Baba Tab Sharana your near ones, your dear ones, strangers, even neighbors. Verse 41. When a people, a place, a village, a community is riddled by bad omens, epidemic, pandemic, different type of scourge, as if death. When you hear somebody say it had a death up the road, and look, and next neighbor, and next one, somebody else dying. In this area, oh God, on this street, it has so much of killing, mayhem. It has so much bad luck. When the village, when the place, when the people is being plagued by different sickness, epidemic inside, but external also, crime, bad dreams, children dying, miscarriage after miscarriage within the family, outside the family. Death is as if Yamraj is visiting this home, that home, so, and is riddling. Let all those come together. Do you remember the days when people used to mange beak and beg with their only stretched mother as gram? Gram is the Hindi word for village. As the devata that guards this village, we want to worship you. Every surname, Singh, Maharaj, Siraj, Sipasad, all of us are coming together. This one give a ponga Google, that one give a little sindur, that one could afford 50 cents towards the pandit. We are all coming together, pooling resources to worship you, Goddess. You is the one who could help me as an entire area. If my house on fire, how could my neighbor sleep comfortable? The fear that is eating this village, that is eating this family, it wouldn't stop at only next door. It will spread. Fear will spread like an unseen bandit that will infect people. And it will make you so uncomfortable that the day you are so full of anxiety that you will be robbed of your faith. Because if I frighten partner, I may not remember. Oh, I'm trying to come here, I can't remember the number for the police. What to do? Panic. Then when you have that type of trouble, you come together as a group to worship Mother. This is why when you go in a village and you see the two flags, maybe on the main junction, maybe on a four-way, and you see the two flags there, in the Western world, we put flag. In India, they would put a little murti, maybe Mother. Mother, as people enter this street or this area or this district, you guide everything that cross this threshold and allow them to be safe, allow them to be protected, guided and guarded from seen and unseen danger. When the person doing the yag, they pray and watch the road, you go see flags. And what's the purpose of the flag? It is not the old way of doing GPS. I hear somebody say that is when you want to guide people to the prayer house. That might work as that. No argument. But it is there to secure the people that come in from that side in this street and this side. Bless them when they come in. Different people could walk through that gate. A person could come here with flowers. You know, I hear they worshiping Mother. I have so much Anib and Arahu flowers in my yard. I think it's right that I bring her flowers for my mother. I come into here because when I pray in here, I'm praying for help home. So I benefit too. So in all fairness, dear lady, please, if it's 2 flowers, only use the flowers in all your prayers now. Angela, tomorrow, take this stupid pundit advice. Tomorrow night, I go help you bring a little handful of flowers. Now you go use it and offer it in the prayers. I go get some help too. If it's a handful of flowers, everybody like to gripe. Money hard, flowers free. Do your part. When the whole village come together now and everybody is congregating, whatever the burden, whatever the gra, whatever the pisach is an unseen, shadowy figure. In English, they go say goblin, ghost. What these words mean? Unrested souls. Things that feed on people. On the woman's body, she will see marks. I say it all, not all it will say nothing. The lady just get marked all in the private, all on the side of the bosom, in very, very strange places. This is not the side of your leg where you could bounce the table and you get a blue-black mark. This is in your soft areas. And you're wondering, well, how this mark come? But who are going to tell this? Who are going to advertise this for? In your dharma, when people commit different type of heinous acts, when people commit suicide, you are cursed to walk the earth to pay for that. You are given incomplete rights. When you live by the sword, you're dead by the sword. When you don't want to do Shrad and the correct rites for your parents and you don't want to do whatever, don't worry, boy, your child will throw you away. Daddy done that, I don't get property. Why going and shave head and off a ball with rice for? That is the age you're living in. And when you can't get proper rights and your soul is roaming, you go where people are doing prayers and they're taking the energy of God and they're putting it on their body and they want to touch them. So when people dream bad, they're seeing bad. For the lady who talks about sleep paralysis, she wake up in the night and something choking. She can't say help. She can't say anything. How to get that off of you? Come and sit down where Devi Bhagwat is being read. When the arti for the book, you tell mother, sitting where you are, mother, home, I have a lot of trouble. When I go to sleep, sometimes things are touching me in a very inappropriate way. And mother, nothing seems to work. Please help. Mother, something is touching me. I want it to stop. This child is bawling out. Dream. Different type of dosh. Sapna dosh. Dosh. Sapna mean dream. Different darkness is hitting me. Stop it. These type of problems go away by listening to Devi Bhagwat. The person who reads the Bhagwat, the person who listens with devotion to the Bhagwat, no matter what the person is praying for, whether it is for merit. I want to get, I want to pass the exam, but me are too good in maths. It have some people will tell you, Babs, I can't do that. And then it has some people who will tell you, you see me, I make up my mind. Of course, you have to read the book. But in God's name, with God's help, I will get through. Faith, devotion. I believe in the power of God. I could pass the exam. I wish for the business sales drop so bad. Business people suffering throughout this country. But I believe we will survive. Wealth, desire, moksha, all these things are possible. In this last verse here tonight, everybody put your hand together. He says, you want to know who did this? Please listen. Jai Jai Radha Ramana Hari Bol. Jai Jai Radha Ramana Hari Bol. Our first night is about to close. Jai Jai Radha Ramana, 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 Hari Bol. Jai Jai Radha Ramana, Hari Bol. Vasudevaya hamprasena kathate gataye chintaye priya putraya tam putra krishnaya madhavaye yati bhakta vatsalaya tam yadhavaye Jai Radha Ramana Hari Bol. Jai 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 Jai Radha Ramana, Jai Jai Radha Ramana, Jai Jai Radha Ramana, Jai Jai Radha Ramana, Jai Jai Radha Ramana Hari Bol. Jai Jai Radha Ramana Hari Bol. Jai Jai Radha Ramana Hari Bol. Vrindavan Bihari Lal Ki Jai. He says, Janbi Jai, do you know who invited people? The entire city? The entire city of Vasudev. The city of his dominion. Not Mathura. Mathura is where Kans was, his brother-in-law. Ugrasen is ruling at that time. But Vasudev had went to the city of Dwarka to see his son. But Krishna gets himself in the situation where he's missing. Something happens to Prasen, a person by the name of Prasen. And to get back Prasen, Krishna goes to look for him. But a long time is passing and Krishna does not return. There are many people who know about this. In our country right now, your children go to school and sometimes they don't come home. People go to work and you hear, oh, so-and-so has been kidnapped. It becomes so much that you and I get very numb to it. Oh, it happened to those people. It didn't happen to mine. So what, Pandit? Once mine reach home safe. You see that selfishness? No. The heart you have for yours, you have to have for other people. A lady gripe, a lady bawl, a lady squeal to make somebody that is kidnapped today understand the pain that belly in. Understand the strife and the struggle of that lady for that bone. When you see the boy lifting the box and he trembling, why the son is making the effort to lift the box? Ma, because of my bone, your bone take to make my bone. Today, because of your milk, I have muscle. So today, you're getting ready to go. I want to pay you back, ma, for your milk. Nobody ever get to lift that box if that child don't come home. Your child missing. Who's going to understand what you're going through? Who's going to understand your pain? When your child drowned in the sea, I'll ever hear about how did it go with the breast to the salt water and pass with the finger, pass with the salt water. Maybe men don't see it. Maybe only the father might know. But women know about this. When the milk choke, when it blocked here, how did they take the picker from the bale tree and with Parvati mantra they pull onto the nipple so the milk could start to flow. The mother who make that piece of equipment, if I want this light to light, I have to put on. Agreed? If I want this light, I have to hit the on switch. Agreed? But inside this lady tell me where the on switch there for milk. Something switch on. And when one day baby didn't want it no more, switch off. This piece of equipment is blessed by God to make a copy now. And somebody decide with their intelligence to take that. And you ever had no feeling for that lady? Ya Devi Sarvabhuteshu Daya, mercy and compassion. You ever have that goddess inside of you to feel for somebody else? Your belly could hurt for yours, but your belly cannot hurt for somebody else one. But Mother live with you. Mother bless me every day. Mother bless me. Mother give me. But you is the Rakshas walking this earth that have no sympathy for nobody else except for yours. But brother, where you like for yourself, you have to like for somebody else because that karma is going to come back for you. You just hear people say, well, she husband beating, she that good. That good for she. When somebody start to beat yours, hush. Karma have a way. Christian is missing. And everybody waiting. He's God, he's great, he high everything. He have money to go pay ransom. At this age, he's the emperor. He's not a king. He is a king and he's the emperor and he's a king underneath him in different districts. Great. And only the father, only the parent is sitting worried. Vyasmuni says, Vasudev invited all the people to sit. And that king let Devi Bhagwat be read. And then he took his hand. You want to get it? Share the prasad. Share the arti. Give people, when they're done, wash that shaligram. Listen, I'm telling you what to do. When you're done, wash that shaligram and you wash the foot with panchamrit and with the setanti. Panchamrit means 5 liquid. But when you wash in this case, the nourishing shaligram, when you wash it, that is not man-made. That's what we call a fossil. From that Gandaki river, and you bathe the foot. The charan, and they hear people say charan amrit. People is mispronounce it and say chana amrit and chana this and chana that. Charan. Charan is from the ankle to your toe. That portion of your body, that is your charan. Charan amrit means the washing of the foot of God. And now I'm drinking it. So you empty it back in the glass. And now I'm going to share it for everybody. When I receive that, if it's just a morsel amount, I get the blessing of the Lord. That is why you make sure and you receive it. Blessed is the person who give you. Think what I say. That is share that blessing with you. Vasudev takes up the work. I'm not a king now. I am a helpless parent. I am a sinful person. I am dragging my children missing and I am in pain. All I am is a sinner. You could put what title on me. I am pain. When you're in trouble, that time all the accolade, all the degree, all the job, all the money is for nothing because it can't help you out of that trouble. You're big until you get cancer. That have a way of cutting you down. When you're in trouble now, you're doing Devi prayer, and that's what he does. Vasudev taught his people how to pray to her. He encouraged them to bring offerings. Not only me, friends, could do this offering, you bring yours. The man who does not have children can have children. The man who is poor, verse 46, the person who is in meager means could become wealthy. The sickly person could become free from disease just by hearing the text of Devi Bhagwat. The person who is barren, that woman who constantly miscarriage, verse 47, loses the child one after the other, one after the other, one after the other. That woman will have many children one day. That person is endowed with long life to see the children grow and live just by listening to Devi Bhagwat. That house where it is being read, where the text is worshipped, where the puja is being done, that holy pilgrimage where people come and they enter, don't matter how sinful they are. But when they come here, the transformation is happening. When in that place where it is Naumi, Ashtami, Chaturdasi, on those tithi, when the puja is being done, and the person comes there, oh friends, whatever you are praying for, it will be attained. When the person does seva for any Brahman, Kshatri, Vaish, Sudra, no matter what you come from, or whoever is by that feeding table, but you take your hands and you feed them, then whatever hardship, whatever karma you're facing, just by listening to Devi, you will get the help. Prem Sabolo Shri Adi Shakti Mata Ki Jai. As I pause here tonight, the next verse, Jandi Jai says, what? Vasudev do Devi Bhagwat. And he wants to know more. Krishan Gelo, what happened there? Tomorrow night we continue there. Prem Sabolo Adi Shakti Mata Ki Jai. Tonight, as we conclude this first installation, this first reading, I hope you have an inkling of understanding the value of listening to your Devi Bhagwat. Why it was important. It is important for you, not for them. They are doing their portion. They have done their bit by inviting good people to do good things. It is now left to you to take it and use it in your life. To pray. If it's just to come sit down and say a prayer, dear God, I have trouble and I need help. Dear God, I have 2 flowers. I don't have much. And I bring it for you. Please accept it. In whatever way you could do something, I invite all you tomorrow night. I say, bring your little flowers, bring tulsi. We always running short on leafing. We always need flowers. And if God give you, like how them have flowers in the yard, plenty or a little bit, bring a little bit for she. She come in all your area. And in this way, if you get the chance to be here again and in the company of Devi Bhagwat, use it. If you're going a place and reading again, understand why you're going. Why do you take the time to make this sacrifice? That I could have been watching news tonight, but you know what? Tomorrow, I want to go tonight in the Yagnas. Prem Swalo Adi Shakti Mata Ki Jai. Tonight I have Mahant, all forgive me, of the Kabir Lotus Ashram. I don't know which one is senior, so I'm saying Mahant Sivdas and Mahant Govindas. Humble pranam, namaste. I don't know who is senior, but I would like to ask the senior person to just say a few words because it would mean a lot to Miss Angela. A little prayer in any way or just a few words, anything before we conclude, out of respect. Prem se bolo Adi Shakti Mata Ki Jai. Darling?
Bandagi Sahib to each and everyone, Sitaram,
Sitaram. Bandi
Panditji. You hear the discourse Panditji gave us today, and this is the best place to be in Satsang, as Kabir Sahib explained. Kahite Kabir Suno Bhai Sadhu Ajara Gar Jana Ho. This is where Panditji preaching about liberation. Is here in this kind of atmosphere is the only way you can attain Jivan Mukti, Moksha, mean liberation. You cannot enter the kingdom of God without liberation. As Panditji explained, Panditji touched all over the corners of the world. And what we have to do is to take it and practice it. No religion is better than no religion. Religion is when you love one another. That is religion. as Kabir Sahib explained, and I must congratulate the family here because they learned from their mom and dad. And this is why ancestors come in with the greatness of satsang and to the refuge of God. It have no better atmosphere. When you get up in the morning, you say a little prayer. And thank God you get up. It have many people will not get up. You know, look at how much of people here surround here today. They was blessed to come here by the grace of the Guru and the grace of Panditji teachings. Tomorrow night is another night for each and everyone. Mr. Guru Kabir Sahib bless each and everyone who gathered here today. And our sister and her husband had Dil Chata Hai, means she had desire. It have many people have plenty done. Done is money, wealth, but it will not do our sister take a great step here and invite each and every one of us here to come and grace our home with the grace of God. Boliye Satguru Kabir Sahib ki
Jai. Thank you, Mahanji. Everybody, time run away from me. But it was my pleasure to read about the Mahatyam. It's nice to read about your Durga, your Lakshmi, Saraswati. It have many other discourses that we will go into. But if you don't understand your text, it could be another Baba, it may be another Yag, but remember what you hear tonight. The value of listening. And if God bless you tomorrow, you develop the habit. Were you here last night in the Yag? You went to the Yag? Where you learn? Were you here? I hear him mention something about Krishna. Keep it right there, simple language. I hear something, I don't know. He didn't explain too much about that. About Krishna and the value of this text. I'm going tomorrow night to hear that part. Tomorrow night, I'll continue right where I leave off, where he says, what did Krishna do? What happened there? Give me that part to understand what went on and how Devi Bhagwat comes. You know, like I have a headache, I take a Tylenol. When you have certain stress and trouble in your life, Devi Bhagwat becomes that pill, that medicine. Not only the puja, not only the prasad, or the charanamrit, or the arti, or the flames of the fire. So many different places you come to a prayer to get upliftment if you do it right. If you do it right. So tonight, one example of doing it right, when you receive your prasad, just a tidbit. How do you receive your prasad? These were the point this prasad. God. So this Kurmata look. Maybe I might make that mistake. Don't be foolish like a pundit. Prasad is anything that is touched by God. That is what that word means. Prasad could be, follow me, the Mohan Bhog, the flour recipe. In other parts, they call it suji halwa. Believe it or not, that is the proper name for that flour recipe we love to make. It could be fruits like fig, it could be barfi, whatever. All that is prasad. So prasad have to mean something else. Anything. She could share a slice of watermelon and it is prasad. Sweet rice alone, prasad. Prasad is God touch it. The energy of God infect it. So when I ingest it now and I have this problem and that problem and etc., Mother heal me inside, come out. When you get it, touch it to your head, touch it to your heart, and always tell everybody, Jai Jai Sitaram. What all it means is a nice way. It have different greetings. It have different Jai Jai Kar. We could say Jai Jai Radhi Radhi, Sham Sham, different thing. Oh, God, I bowed to God. God came to me, God touched me, and God helped me. I need it the most. When you're done, take some and share for somebody next to you. Before you play greedy, don't play greedy like me. I just eat all. I want more. Always share your blessings first. Remember a long time when people used to go prayers, the old lady them used to open the parasad and here babe, chuck 2 pieces in your mouth and then eat. That is the correct way. Just to add to what you hear tonight. Remember, practice it like that. Whether I'm the Baba or not, never be selfish with your prayers or your blessing. Share. Share first. Share first. When you have guests home by you, you just go and eat first and then let the guests eat? No. In our culture, let the guest eat first. Atiti Deva, my God is my guest, and my guest is my God. You eat, and I go eat just now. Don't worry. Tonight, when you get your prasad and you get your blessing, after listening to she discourse, share your blessing with the person next to you. Prem se bolo Adi Shakti Mata ki jai. Everybody, thank you for listening tonight. It was wonderful. I hope to see you all tomorrow night. Let's all stand down as we do our final arati before we conclude with closing mantras. For a little bit, put your hands together now. This is a part where, remember, you learned something. We came together to pray, but I wasn't too sure about the text. I didn't understand the relevance. But tonight, Pitya is coming in clearer, dear Durga Mata. As we conclude, as we wrap up our prayer before we separate, I just want to tell you thank you, man. Home side, we have little argument. Home side, we have little sickness. We need help, finance. We have little trouble in different forms. This life is riddled with tests. Please accept this fool spirit, this sinful person, this sickly person, this patient, and help me, Ma. Thank you for the opportunity. Bless me to do it again. Sajam cha varti sanyuktam yojitam mayam deepam grihana devesham Trailokya Kimirapaham. O suno meri Devi Parvatavasini Tera paran paya Tera paran paya. Everybody.
सुनो मेरी देवी पर्वतवासिनी तेरा पार न पाया तेरा पार न पाया पान तुम्हारी दो जो नारी है पान तुम्हारी दो जो नारी है ले तेरी भेंट चढ़ाया ले तेरी भेंट चढ़ाया
सुनो मेरी देवी पर्वतवासिनी
तेरा पार न पाया
तेरा पार न
पाया
सुआ चोर तेरे अंग विराजे
चोर तेरे अंग विराजे
सुआ चोर तेरे अंग विराजे
चोर तेरे अंग विराजे
केसर तिलक लगाया
ईश्वर तिलक लगाया
ओ सुनो मेरी देवी
पर्वतवासिनी
तेरा
पार
पार
न पाया
तेरा
पार न पाया
धूप दीप नैवेद्य आरती
धूप दीप नैवेद्य आरती
धूप दीप नैवेद्य आरती
धूप दीप नैवेद्य आरती
मोहन भोग लगाया
मोहन भोग
Everybody.
लगाया
ओ सुनो मेरी देवी
पर्वतवासिनी तेरा पार न पाया तेरा पार न पाया
ज्ञान भगत में तेरी गुण गावे
ज्ञान भगत में तेरी गुण गावे
ज्ञान भगत में तेरी गुण गावे
ज्ञान भगत
This is the time to tell she your trouble and your war help. Mother, give me the pull of this yagya. Give me the help that I'm praying for. Oh, suno meri Devi. You're telling she listen, you have to talk to she, you know. Tera paar Devi Parvatavasini.
तेरा पार न पाया तेरा पार न पाया दुर्गे दुर्गे
Together, everybody.
दुर्गे जय जय माँ दुर्गे दुर्गे
Everybody help me sing. Come on.
दुर्गे जय जय माँ
Durge, 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 Jai Ma. Mother, tonight, thank you for the opportunity to sit with good people. Thank you for Mahants being here with us tonight. To be in the company of holy people. In the company of holy people, the way they might think, the way they might lift their hands to bless you and I, we might see a change in our life. We might see betterment. Thank you for all those people that sacrifice time to create this place, to cook the food, to do all the prasad, all the different things, so that I could get blessed. Mother, thank you for this. You send good people in my life. Thank you for that. Mother, bless my life, bless my home, bless my family, and protect us from unrighteous people and unrighteous things. Let's pray together, everybody. Tvameva Mata, everybody.
Sapita Tvameva.
Tvameva Bandhusha.
Saha Tvameva.
Tvameva Vidya.
Ravinam Tvameva.
Tvameva Sarvam.
Mama Deva Deva.
Tvameva Sarvam.
Mama Deva Deva.
Everybody. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Hari Om. Together. Prem Sabalo Mahapati Mahadeva ki. Pavanapatra Hanuman ki. Shri Adi Shakti Mata ki. Vrindavan Bihari Lal ki. Jai. Satya Sanatan Dharma ki. Jai. Jai Jai. Sita. Sitaram, everybody.